Shepherd, I shall not want him maketh I like down in the green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of I trusted for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them, who anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy, I go follow I, all the days of I life, me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama way, go my way. How my house of Bolisa, and then water, there was sick player 4. Ow, Japata better view. Monye kuo, Agano heavy, me bafu mato. How my house of Bolisa, akpa, kaka. Awa tanyu mo o you wala don ow loko ye jeme ola ba wo o you wala don. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral. And we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food. In all this palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry. Oh, the rank and file of our people, from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And we subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutinies, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can also find us on X, formerly called Twitter. We are also on Instagram and on TikTok. We keep talking and talking, yes, thinking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is where the truth lives. It's the headquarters of the truth. It is the habitat of the truth. It is the domicile of the truth, the address of the truth, the foundation of the truth. This is the citadel of the truth. You may call us the palace of the truth. We are ultimately the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Come here. Now we are live, and I want to say thank you so much. Please share the broadcast, and also at the same time, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't as well. We must apologize for the erratic nature of the broadcast yesterday. I believe that everything is everything. It was due to network issues, my brother, my sister, and we don't control network. But we must give you all our apologies, and we must say sorry, my brother, my sister. Today, we will have a better time. Today, we have 7 very important stories to share with you. We have been working behind the scenes, my brother, my sister, and would unleash all that energy on you today. Please share the broadcast. Hit on the subscription button right after that on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Now, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a very important story you want us to follow up on. We are masters of the art. We will follow this up and bring you results at no cost, free of charge. Just a handshake and maybe a thank you is enough. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our ever loyal sponsors. Thanks so much to Tesori D'Oriente. Now turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori D'Oriente. Hey, now it is a shower gel that is beyond the shower gel. Pour a little bit of it in the middle of your palm, shake up the bath waters, and watch how the rich foam, how the lather grows. It nourishes your skin and it also repels insects. At the same time, it keeps your skin glowing with the beauty of the morning sun. Now the smell, the fragrance continues to be on you for 48 hours and beyond. You will smell like the Garden of Eden, a potpourri of flowers, flowers that you have never seen. With Tesori D'Oriente, live in heaven while on earth. I am telling you this. No, Tesori D'Oriente is Italian technology coupled with African raw materials, giving you that premium quality, very affordable. It is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and its long-lasting oriental fragrance will serenade you, oh, caress you, oh, and make you feel like you are swimming on top of the heavens above. Do you have an interview you need to attend? Is there a new chick in town you need to show some levels? Or there's a new guy in town you want to impress? Tesori D'Oriente. Smell like heaven, and it comes in so many different fragrances. Oh yes, we have the royal oud, we have the forest therapy, the ikigai, the karma, and even the Persian dream and more. Which is your favorite? My favorite? Oh yes, forest therapy, royal oud. Smells good. Oh my God. And the skin glows beautifully. Now it's proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. For bulk purchases and inquiries, call Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599. Please, the numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and call Tesori D'Oriente. Turn every single shower into a royal experience. Oh gosh. Thank you so much. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. Now hear this. Not every insurance is an assurance. Some of it may pretend to cover you like a plaster, but it is ultimately a disaster. That is why I am introducing you to your trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. Now, what kind of insurance do you require? Is it motor insurance policy? Hey, comprehensive or third party? Hey, you want to insure your car against fire, theft? No problem. Hey, Millennium Insurance. Travel insurance? No problem. Where do you want to fly to? Where do you want to travel to? Hey, we give you that protection, safety beyond measure. Personal accident and personal group accident? No problem. Yes, visit our sales portal right now at sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com and you'll see the beautiful services we offer to you as your trustworthy partner. Now, when we talk about Millennium Insurance, we are also talking about natural disasters, volcanoes. We are also talking about earthquakes, tsunamis, fires, and floods. No problem at all. Now, when it comes to your claims, we are number one. We make sure you get your claims quick so you can be back on the right footing. One more time. Remember, we are your trustworthy partners. Now, we have offices dotted all over Ghana like ants in Kumasi. My brother, my sister, no problem at all. All you need to do, my brother, my sister, is to give us a call. And our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and make sure that you come in contact with us. We are your trustworthy partner. We are called Millennium Insurance. Now that is my insurance. And I love Millennium Insurance. I am fully insured by my trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Lemfi. Now, are you sending money to Ghana from Canada, from America? If you are able to send $100 and beyond, I give you $20 back. That is what is called the cash back. Can I tell you more? If you are a first-time sender, then this one is referring to you. Hey, download the Lemfi app from App Store, and then you are ready for action. Now, within seconds, when you make a transfer, we in Ghana receive that. No transfer fees at all applying. And the good news here, aside all this, is the fact that now you don't have to run to a certain building, sweating like a pregnant alligator, joining a queue and waiting for your turn in order to send money. In the comfort of your home, you can now send money to Ghana using Lemfi. Are you sending it from Europe? Is it in euro or British pound sterling? If you send 100 and beyond, we give you 10 bucks, 10 British pound sterling, no problem at all. Just to say thank you so much for believing in us at Lemfi. But remember, there's only one but. You must use the referral code 1 RASTA, as we see on the screen. 1 RASTA. RASTA Bakupe. That is what it is. My brother, my sister, this is Lemfi. And I'm a proud Lemfian because Lemfi is African. Lemfi is doing a lot of community development in Ghana. That is why I am a proud Lemfian. Are you? It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of herbal technology. And when we talk about herbal technology, oh my God. Now, we were the first to make tablets out of herbs. And you can see Viva Nigo tablets. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are a clinic. And at herbal technology, we always tell you, don't self-medicate. Above that, we tell you, we don't only treat you, we also heal you. At herbal technology, we believe that everybody has a unique DNA. Oh yes, that's why we all have unique thumbprints. So 10 people might come with malaria, but it is not the same medication that is best for all of them. That is why we take you through just a bit of inquiry, right after which we prescribe the right healing for you, the right medication. We are physicians beyond measure. We know our work. Hey, there's nothing we cannot treat. Herbal medicine is powerful. And we add a bit of Western technology into it, and everything is everything. Maybe you just need us to put some dry herbs on fire so you can inhale the smoke and everything is done. Is it Parkinson's disease you have? What do you really have? Is it malaria? Is it typhoid? What is the disease? Just tell us what it is, and everything is everything. Oh my God. At herbal technology, we don't stop at anything when we are on the journey to healing you. Give us a call right now on 0208 337711. Yes, 0208 337711. At herbal technology, remember, we don't just treat you, we heal you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Today we have 7 stories. Please, one more time, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. We are called Black Empire Media. Yes, we are the headquarters of the truth. And then right after that, hit on the notification bell, and everything is everything. We're going to run with the speed of light. Please share the broadcast. Story number 1. Watch this. Woo! AKYEA in simmering trouble over coaching, co-accused in Eduahini theft case. The word there is simmering. SIMMERING, simmering. Thank you. AKYEA in simmering trouble over coaching co-accused in Eduahini theft case. Hey, I say, Eduahini is almost there. And I'm glad that the authorities are standing firm despite all the noise coming from the opposition and people who have nothing to do but just sit around on the fence and make ugly noises. We have to fight crime in Ghana, and we have to fight it dispassionately. What I realized is that everybody knows somebody who knows another person and then yet another person. We all have a certain thief in the family. You see, therefore, we all have a way of protecting our own thieves. And if we have that culture of protecting our own thieves, then whose thief would you be able to jail? Because everybody has a thief in their home and they are ready to support their thieves. When we continue, my brother, my sister, to fight crime or pretend to fight crime with kids' gloves, then we are only tickling ourselves and laughing. This nation will continue to be that cassava republic that it is. In a country where we hear every now and then that some judges are bribed and that you can't get justice if you have no money. And I wonder, if justice is supposed to be a human right, my brother, my sister, and it has to be accompanied by money, then it means justice is no more a human right. It is a disposable commodity that can only be achieved with cash in hand. True? How many people have not been able to go to the courthouse all because they have no money? How many people have told themselves, Mizamaja, another Ozamanyame? My brother, my sister, in my country, I hear millions of people say, I've given it to God because they have no money to go to court. They have no time for those lengthy court sittings. They have no time to be told in the face things that they don't understand. And at the end of the day, they are the victims when they should actually, oh my God, be the victors. This is where we are right now. Now, AKYEA is a renowned lawyer. He's been a minister of state several times. He's a member of the NPP. My brother, my sister, he's been an MP before. And he's also served in the office of the Attorney General in the past. So he's a man who is known for his, knowledge in the law profession. This is Samuel AKYEA. Now, AKYEA is the lawyer of Kobna Eduahini. They have been in court for about a year now. He's accused of stealing 49.1 million Ghana cedis, an equivalent of 7 million American dollars, at his time in the offices of the NSB, National Signals Bureau, as its chief director. My brother, my sister, he came all the way from the United Kingdom on the advice of a friend that Ghana was at the helm of breaking through with technology. And since he was a tech guru, he should quickly come home. He thought twice, but he ended up coming to Ghana. And when he came, he found himself at the National Security, where he rose through the ranks like a column of mercury in the mercury thermometer on heat. With time, he was able to get the trust of politicians, and they decided to put him at the helm of affairs and even create a different outfit for the first time for this guy. My brother, my sister, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo gave him that office, National Signals Bureau, to be able to work alongside the national security. But we were told after some time, he grew so bossy, so pompous, that even his boss at the national security was in a way scared of him. He had been able to get political favor, and the power that came with that was enough to silence all critics around him. He became the boss of the national security. He could make and unmake anybody. That was when investigators said he became swollen-headed and started to dip his long rubber hands into the coffers of the state. He had total control of some aspects of cash that came into his outfit. and he decided to pilfer 7 million American dollars, according to investigators. And equipment was supposed to be procured from Israel. And he, being the boss, decided that he would go for it. And then he took out 7 million American dollars. He created another account, according to investigators, B.N.C. Oh my God. And siphoned all the 7 million American dollars into that account. My brother, my sister. And he started blowing that money on his girlfriends, blowing money on family and friends, his own personal projects, his wife, and so on and so forth. This is the guy, Comrade Eduahini. He's standing trial, and the way proceedings are going, it looks like we are almost at the end of the whole caboodle. They were in court today. Hallelujah. And AKYEA looked very uncomfortable in court. My brother, my sister. AKYEA has always boasted that he is waiting for a certain guy to come from IOCO, Economic and Organized Crime Office, and that day court will be sweet. Many have told him that he had behaved unprofessionally. He was almost trying to scare off, or better still, intimidate that guy from IOCO. But the guys at IOCO have been trained well. They just smiled and are waiting to meet the handsome, bald-headed Samuel AKYEA. My brother, my sister, today they were in court. And it looks like for a couple of days now, oh my God, he's been busy cross-examining a third witness from the prosecution. And what makes this witness very important is the fact that this witness has ever been in the camp of AKYEA and his client. Can I make it clearer? Now, this woman here is called Mildred. This is the lady. She's a banker by profession. She is a member of the Assemblies of God Church. And because of her banking background, Reverend Wingham decided to give her the opportunity to serve the church with her skills and knowledge in banking, in collecting tithes and other offerings from members and keeping clean records. Reverend Wingham trusts this woman a lot. Her husband is also a pastor in the church, a man of God. So this is a woman who has a lot of credibility via the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. She's called Mildred. Now watch this. When Kwabena Eduahini visited the church and became a member of the church, he was giving hefty offering to the church. In fact, things that had to be done with money, Kwabena Eduahini single-handedly was able to donate a lot of money to the church, to the point that he caught the attention of Wingham, Reverend Wingham. Long story cut short, Mildred was asked to take a special notice of this man, and when it was time for offering and tithes, she should just be good enough to go collect this and bring to the church. Hallelujah. That was how this lady and Eduahini became quite close. But she was also working at the UMB bank. And she had served Eduahini in the bank from that time over and over. Sometimes giving Eduahini some favors. If Eduahini was supposed to be in the bank himself, personally, physically, she would waive that off and still serve him without asking him to come to the bank. You know, bankers can do that with a few other cross checks. My brother, my sister, she and Eduahini became quite close. And Eduahini decided to employ her. Come and work with me. Resign from the bank and come and work with me. My brother, my sister. This woman started to work with Eduahini, and she told us how much Eduahini was paying her. Peanuts. At a point, she almost even regretted thinking about leaving the bank, the UMB. Can I tell you more? This is Mildred. Eduahini didn't know that every single move, every single order from him, this lady wrote everything down like the good banker that she is. Now, this is where the story is the sweetest. Hi! When ADU-BOAHENE's issue came, one thing led to the other, to the point that even Reverend Wingham's security was compromised, including the president's security. The church decided to ease him out a little bit, excuse him. In the Roman church, we would have said excommunicated him. My brother, my sister, and ADU-BOAHENE decided to step back. Hey, he started having legal issues. It came to the church that he had stolen some 7 million American dollars. And Reverend Wingham couldn't believe that this young man who came to the church, so many people believed him. He was even a deacon and allowed to preach time after time. He could steal 7 million American dollars. This was a shame to the church and beyond. But Reverend Wingham said, well, the matter is in court. Let's look at it. Oh my God. Little did he know that his own beloved Mildred was going to be pulled along and hauled into the case. That was when AKYEA came in as the lawyer of this guy. Both of them belonging to the NPP. There were allegations in the days that ADU-BOAHENE even helped to rig elections. And it's online with one Dr. Anoche. My brother, my sister, they came together to rig elections in Ghana in favor of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We told you this story. We don't want to sound like a broken record. Can we go into today's action? My brother, my sister, today in court, things happened. Oh my God. Now, AKYEA is his lawyer. And because AKYEA is the lawyer, and because Mildred was part of the suit by Iyoko and the Office of the Attorney General, AKYEA had to manage all of them. And today in court, you know what happened? Watch the court case. Oh my God. AKYEA and his legal team originally directed me on what answers to give Iyoko. And this is Mildred Donko. She's the third prosecution witness in the ADU-BOAHENE case. And she told the court today, my brother, my sister, and even before today, she's always maintained this. My brother, my sister, do we get it? Now, I'm going to go deeper into this. AKYEA is a lawyer. He manages this case. He is the one who is going to stand before the judge and try to defend his clients. And this one was part of them. But according to the information I have, and what she said in church, in court, in part, my brother, my sister, AKYEA would always meet them and tell them, you know what? When you go, when Iyoko asks you this, say no comment. Iyoko asks you this, you say no comment. In fact, she was being directed as to what to say and what not to say. She went home and discussed it with her husband. He said, you know what? I am very uncomfortable with the way this lawyer is going about things. I want to come out and speak from my stomach and say what I know because I have sworn an oath to speak the truth. But this man keeps telling me I should say no comment. I should say this. I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say that. But I want to speak. This is supposed to be the truth. The complaints continued until she decided that being a woman of God, somebody who loves the Bible, and that one day will stand before God and be answerable for our tenure on earth, she decided to fire AKYEA. She told AKYEA point blank that she was not ready to work with him anymore. She was tired of being puppeted and be told to say things that were not coming from her heart. What exactly did AKYEA tell her to say? She felt that the truth that she wanted to say, AKYEA had another way of saying the truth in quotes. Don't say that. When you are asked this, even if you know, say no comment. continue saying that. And AKYEM at a point looked at her and said, my God, you can be a very powerful prosecution witness. Little did AKYEM know that he was prophesying into the life of this woman. When AKYEM was kicked out, she decided to become a prosecution witness, whatever it was. And right now, she is speaking the truth that she was never allowed to speak under AKYEM. And today when they met in court, AKYEM was most uncomfortable. This is almost like a tick under his skin, biting him hard. He asked, where did you get all these checks? She said, are you asking me this? Have you forgotten who I am? I was in charge of managing the accounts of this client of yours. All these checks that I have, they are from him. And he gave them to me. Third prosecution witness in ADU-BOAHENE case, Mildred Donko, presents spreadsheet of fund withdrawals and samples of pre-signed checkbooks to court. And AKYEM didn't know where to put himself. What? What is this? She had the evidence. She gathered everything. Professional bookkeeping. She had a spreadsheet. Everything in there. And it looked like this cross-examination will be short. The longer they keep this woman as a witness in there to be cross-examined, the more AKYEM will become uncomfortable. This woman is spewing a lot of fire, all in the name of Jesus Christ and the truth. My brother, my sister, she has shown them checkbooks. And this is another very interesting part of the story. Come here. Watch this. Hey. Now, ADU-BOAHENE, according to this woman, always told her, anytime he was giving money out to people, oh, Osi Opelon. She said it in court. Osi Opelon. Famano. Where's your Opelon? Where's your Opelon? Where's your Opelon? A number of people. And when she gave the monies out to these people, from the checks ADU-BOAHENE pre-signed, he and his wife, she noted every single amount and person who was supposed to return and pay the loan. Not knowing it was a way of giving money out, not necessarily loans. Can I repeat that? Where's your loan? Famano, huge sums of money, because he didn't want to disclose exactly what the money was for. And he knew how strict this woman of the church was. He couldn't say, oh, I'm giving this money to this lady because we have been sleeping together for the past how many months. Oh, this person, I'm involved in this kind of nasty business with this person. Give this person this. No, he couldn't say that. Osi Opelon, Famano. Every transaction was almost like a loan. So she had loan. And she wrote all their names down. And the huge amounts of money they took. It's going to be a beautiful time in court. Congratulations to the nation. We are reaching somewhere in this ADU-BOAHENE case. Again, AKYEM, in my opinion, is the most uncomfortable lawyer on earth right now. He would have to defend something that looks so obvious. I am just sad that this matter hasn't ended yet. For over a year now, we are still holding on to this, but I understand that the legal system makes allowance for some of these things. That's why they say beyond all doubt. At the end of the day, when the doubt is relegated to the background and the jailhouse starts to smile at some people and the coffers of the nation begin to open to swallow some more money back into the nation, mop some money back, claw some money back for the use of the nation, the happier we shall be. It's the Blakk Pot. aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Kai. Attorney General fired. Attorney General fired. Now, who is the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana? He's the Zwarungu boy, the Stanford lawyer, all the way from Connecticut, Dr. Dominic AKYEM. That's the guy. He's a very humble guy. I love him. I have never heard a single lie from his mouth. When you ask him something, he will tell you the truth, or he will never open his mouth if he knows he can't speak the truth. And that's one thing I admire about him. I've been with him when calls came in from people he never even knew. And he spoke with them and gave them the information that they needed. For me, this is humbling. This is the nation's lawyer. This is the man who represents Ghana in all legal tussles and litigations. He is not a little boy, but his humility, my brother, my sister, speaks volumes. He came from a family that was extremely poor. He went to school in Tamale and also outside the country. My brother, my sister, this is the cigar-chomping Attorney General of Ghana. He doesn't joke with his cigar when he wants to relax. This is the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Honorable Dr. Dominic AKYEM. He's been fired. Who has fired him? First and foremost, one of his own students. His name is Paul Adom Ochre. He is a journalist. Oh yes, he's on TV. You hear him on radio. He's now a communications person of the NPP. He's a guy that I admire. He's fluent. And a lot of the times, he has his facts stringed together and is able to eloquently deliver. And I admire people who can deliver and who can speak their mind. In the days of the NPP, there were controversies around him. Some people even nicknamed him the Christmas tree. Better still, Paul the Christmas tree. Ochre. This is the guy. In fact, the office of the special prosecutor bundled him up like a sack of cocoa and threw him into custody where he sweated like a pregnant toad on heat. Many people condemned that. And when he came out, he thanked many wonderful people who helped to bring him out, including the Otumfuo. And there was a quick rebuttal from the royalty surrounding the Otumfuo Manshia. They said, don't drag the Otumfuo's name into any such thing. My brother, my sister, this is Paul Adom Ochre. Now, Paul Adom Ochre was a student of the Honorable Dr. Dominic AKYEM in law school. Of course, many have told us that he couldn't finish. Others have said he finished without a certificate. But he himself has never been bold enough to come out and say that, you know what, I went to law school, but I dropped out. Or I went to law school and I'm still heating up in the background to go and finish up. I think it's embarrassing to him. But I don't think this is an embarrassment. Because what he knows, I believe there are a lot of lawyers who don't even know that. A certificate should not separate us from checking the contents of our heads. Can I say that again? A certificate should not stop us from checking out the content, the real content of our brains. My brother, my sister, this is Paul Adom Ochre. He's been on the back of Dominic AKYEM for some time now. Maybe for political reasons. Maybe for genuine reasons. He's been criticizing him night and day. I came across a tape, and in this tape, which is just a few minutes, he is on the case of the Attorney General. And I would like us to look at it and find out exactly what the issue is. And we'll tell you more. But I can warn you, he fired the Attorney General. Watch this.
SREM SAI. This is Hanan and his wife, yeah? This is Deputy Attorney General. Now, this is a story. The Deputy Attorney General, Justice SREM SAI, has withdrawn charges against former Chief Executive Officer of National Buffer Stock Company Limited, Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba, and his wife, Faiza Seidu Wuni. They've withdrawn the charges. SREM SAI has withdrawn the charges against Hanan. You see, we have to take politics out of some of these things and just talk about competence. It's competence. It's not politics, it's not NDCMPP, it's competence. When Dominic Ayeni started his Nobel press conferences, that had never happened. That was frowned upon by senior members of the Ghana Bar Association, frowned upon by senior jurists at the bench, frowned upon by international experts who looked at Ghana and the new legal system and the jurisprudence of our country. He did something that is an affront to the jurisprudence of the history of Ghana. An attorney general comes to do press conferences and calls people names. He calls them thieves. He calls them this. He calls them that. Everybody spoke against it. Dominic Ayeni will not renege. He continued to do it. He continued to hold press conferences. Now he has stopped. But today I'm going to show you why we were concerned that this press conferences, this purported criminalization and media trial was very unbecoming of an attorney general who is leader of the bar, appointed under Article 88, who is the government's principal legal advisor. An attorney general should not be doing that. We said it, we said it, we said it. Today you're going to see. This is Dominic Ayeni, who comes out to hold a press conference about Hanan. Oh, he has stolen this. He has stolen that. We have done our painstaking investigations. After 1 year, he's challenged in court. Now, they're not telling us the truth. The reason why they are withdrawing is not because they have found anything. SREM SAI's Facebook post, which I'll read to you, it's not true. The reason why they are withdrawing is that they were smuggling in evidence. After 1 year of presenting all their evidence, during the management of the case, they realized that the evidence that they have presented is all water. As Dom Levo said, garbage. They realized it when they were confronted at the court, not at the press conference, at the court, where they are a lawyer, their defense is a lawyer, everybody there is a lawyer, not press conference where you are doing a monologue, journalists ask you questions, you get away with it and you do your thing and you go away. No, this was in the room of court. Lawyers were there and they were pointing out to them that, but this is your evidence. What are you talking about? Is that how, what do you mean? Then they found out that, hey, Charlie, we're in trouble. So bring some new evidence. They brought them and they said, hey, you can't smuggle evidence in. You know the procedure. The court said, no, attorney general, you can't bring. So they were not allowed to add any more evidence they have smuggled in. And as a result of that, they could tell that this whole case, the whole charade is going to collapse on their head. First, let's go and listen to Dominic Ayeni about what he said, the kind of evidence he claimed that he had gathered about the Hanan case, the extent of the evidence of what he said he found against Hanan, and was so confident going to court. The confidence has now completely evaporated and he's running away. He's letting the Deputy Attorney General come and do a Facebook post. Dominic Ayeni now cannot face the camera. He's hiding behind Facebook posts. He should come and talk. He should do a press conference again and explain to the journalists why he has withdrawn the Hanan case. He's run away. Well, they said there's some reshuffle coming. People say that he'll be reshuffled. I hope he's not reshuffled. Me, I like him. But people say he's going to be reshuffled. This is it. He's running away from the case that he's fighting into Facebook posts. Listen to the press conference and listen to what he said about the case that he has now dropped. Listen.
I keep saying that it is important that we we do painstaking investigations, because without the painstaking investigations that were done quietly, we started this in February. In February 2025, this investigation started in February 2025. and it is now that we have the results. I was never an incompetent lawyer in private practice. I don't want to be an incompetent lawyer in public service. So I want us to take our time to do the kind of work that I'm announcing today. So on account of the foregoing, we have decided to charge Mr. Hanan Abdul Wahab and his wife, Faiza Eduahini, with stealing, conspiracy to steal, causing financial loss to the state, using public office for profit, obtaining public property by false statements, and money laundering. The charges will be filed on Friday, and I have the charge sheet, the draft charge sheet, which I am reviewing here for everybody to see, so that nobody goes to say that I have indicted somebody and I don't have charges. I have my charges ready.
The charges have collapsed. Dominic Ayini's charges have completely collapsed. The same thing he showed to the media, it has collapsed in the face of courts. That's what we were telling him. Wait and go to court. This media trial won't take you anywhere. Look at this headline from City FM. Ex-NAFCO boss case. High Court strikes out prosecution's witness statement. The High Court has stricken out the prosecution witness, their statement. This is the Dominic Ayini, the thing he says, I have my charge. You can show it to the media all you want and say, I have my charges, and brag and boast. The High Court will show you your level. The High Court has showed him his level. All the things he came to say about Hanan, he has been told that it is hogwash. It is nothing. It's garbage. It is baseless. And he can't admit it. He's running away behind Facebook posts. Let us elevate the standard of our public officials. Let us have high-profile, quality public officials, not those who are interested in camera and just come and brag in camera before journalists who are not their peers. Going to the court. That's where your peers are. When you went into the court, the High Court has stricken it out. That is what has happened to them. The embarrassed double Attorney General, Dominic Ayini and SREM SAI, they've been disgraced. Why have they been disgraced? Attorney Generals lose cases all the time. And I saw Samson Ladi's post. That's not the point. The point is not about Attorney General withdrawing or Attorney General's case being struck out or Attorney General saying that I'm withdrawing the charges. The point is the prelude. What they did before they went to court. Telling Ghanaians that somebody is a thief. Telling Ghanaians that somebody has stolen. Do attorney generals do that? And civil society, you were watching. You didn't do anything about it. Nobody complained that Dominic Ayini is doing media trial. You were happy. Civil society, you were happy. Now you are in court, in the Supreme Court against him. But this is the thing we talk about. Don't see things as political. It's not everything that's political. When somebody is doing something manifestly wrong, it is wrong. If it's Akufo-Addo doing it, it is wrong. If John Mahama does, it is wrong. You people were enjoying election victory buzz. Election victory. Oh, we have overthrown MPP. And you were enjoying it. So the critical things that were destroying the fabric of the jurisprudence of Ghana, you said nothing about it. Civil society, zero. You didn't say anything about it. An attorney general comes press conference after press conference after press conference, calling people thieves. Calling people thieves. He, attorney general, when he was being investigated for Ameri, and he said that people had come to his house to come and seize his laptop early in the morning. We all complained. Did the attorney general of the day, Gloria Kufu, mount a platform and say Dominic Ayini has stolen money from Ameri? Did she do that? Did she do that? Then you become attorney general. You are calling people thieves every day. You are holding press conference, bragging and bragging. You bragged into the High Court. The High Court puts you flat on the canvas. This is what happened.
The ever-eloquent Paul Adomochri. I love him. But looking at his presentation, I may be wrong, it sounds quite personal. That's how I feel, that he's trying to get into the skin of the Attorney General. Could it be something that happened whilst he was a student of Dominic Ayini? Because I've been told by some people who were also students at the time that Paul was not really very sharp when it came to Dominic Ayini's course. I don't know what course he taught. And there was a time that Paul failed a paper. And Dominic marked the paper and said it. You failed the paper. And he was angry. How can I fail this paper? And the paper finally had to go to a superior, another lecturer, who had to sit on it and remark. So there was a remark, and the superior said, Doc, you have been so kind that you gave this mark to this person. I would have given this person half the mark that you gave. Who is this person? Because, you know, university exams, they don't write names there. It's just the index number and all that. Who is this person? So, one of my students. Could that bitterness have stemmed from that time? And I'm told that he was never able to pass that paper. But that's okay. We all fail exams. You understand? Somebody would fail an exam 5 times and go and write it and pass. But some people are not bold enough to say, you know what? I didn't prepare enough for this paper. They will rather blame the lecturer. And anywhere they see the face of the lecturer, they see the face of Satan. They will chase this lecturer, insult the lecturer, and vilify the lecturer till the end of time. Could this be the case? I hate it when I have to go that way. But let's go into what Paul said. Paul says that the Attorney General and Iyoko have no new evidence at all. They are just withdrawing the charges because their case has fallen flat. Yet in the same thing, the same Paul says they were trying to smuggle in new charges. And the judge said, you can't do that. So if there are no new charges, how do we try to smuggle in new charges? So see that lawyers have to really be sharp. The case crumbled. They have no case at all. That is why they had to withdraw everything. They don't have any new evidence, no new charge. Nothing, no new nothing. Yet, in the same delivery, my very good friend Paul says, with no ambiguity, that while the trial was going on, the Attorney General and his people were trying to sneak in new evidence. Is that not a good chance for you to withdraw so that you have the opportunity to legalize all these new stuff? If I have new evidence and I'm trying to bring it into a case and the judge says you can't, we have closed that stage. Okay, I have withdrawn all the charges. I want to start afresh. Now, instead of charging you with 5, it's 15. Paul said he has never seen that in his study of law. And he goes for a blog from City News. And he says that they say, oh, the Attorney General struck out some kind of evidence from whoever. For that matter, the case has crumbled. Oh my God. Hey, you see, Paul is a friend, so I don't want to go that way. If it was somebody else, I would have gone deeper. But I leave it here out of respect. My brother, when lawyers go to court, they don't expect that it's going to be a walk in the park. They will strike out some issues. The judge would slap away some issues, but they still are solidly grounded and facing the trial. It's only a bad judge who would let a lawyer walk like that, even if the evidence is bad. That's why the judge is there. And it's a very bad lawyer who goes to court expecting that he must win. If he doesn't win, there's war. That's a bad loser. So in law school, in law practice, you are told to expect the other side, even if you were wishing for this side. That's how it is. That's why there is always a chance for you to be able to come back and appeal, depending on which court you are going to. It's like a game of football. You have trained so hard. You believe that your tactics are good. You're going to win. But you go and for some reason you lose. Does it make you a bad team? Come back, re-strategize, and go. After all, they say, he who fights and runs away, that's what? Comes back to fight another day. Hallelujah. But Paul has never seen this. Or is it blind support for Alodiba, Hanan Abdul Wahab? Look at the evidence. Look at how much the prosecution has worked to be able to bring tangible facts, to bring tangibility to this case. Hallelujah. And somebody sits in a little corner and wanna be lawyer. My brother, and he has never seen a certain witness account struck out. And for him, that is the end of the case. The attorney general is lousy. And the idea, oh, there's going to be a reshuffle. I hope he's not reshuffled because I love him. It's a charade. Let's look at Ghana first. If you think Dominic Ayini should be reshuffled, come with your facts. Say that like I always say. Oh, this is my friend, but I cannot be with you as a friend because of A, B, C, D, E. Be bold. You must not necessarily support a man because he's giving you food before, even if he's leading the whole troop to hell. Like Baumia did. Oh, me, I was only a mate too. And Nana Addo was on top speed, racing us to hell. And at the gate of hell, Baumia looked at all of us and we said, oh, we didn't vote you to bring us to hell. Oh, why are you blaming me? Me, I was only a mate too. So, oh, so what do? We don't want to go to hell. Oh, okay, so vote me. If you vote me and I become the new driver, I will reverse full speed and take you back to Kantambanto Market, where we will go and commission toilets and bathrooms. Such absurdity. Such a joke. We bring in people we think have brains that can deal with the nation. And this is the ilk. Me, I stopped wearing coat and tie from when I was a little boy because a lot of the people who wear the coat and tie, they have no brains. So I am telling you, look, from when I sat in a trotro and I saw a man wearing a suit and preaching and he didn't make sense, I told myself that this is a fan-fool kind of dressing. Because I came from a family where almost everybody wore suits. I was the first little boy in my area to wear a tie. All the style, the British style, American style of not in a tie, I knew everything. But today, would you ever think that I even ever wore a tie? Because I see it as a charade. People who wear that, society puts them in a certain status and they are the thieves. They are the thieves. When I was at a university and we're going to defend whatever, they told all of us to wear suits. I said, what? Why must I wear a suit? Oh, because you're going to meet people, you have to dress decently. So suit is the only way to look decent. You know what I wore? Lorry tie. Moses, Afro Moses. We used to call it Afro Moses. I have to try and get some of the pictures for you. And my African print. And when I went, the panel looked at my shoes and started to smile. The defense was supposed to take about an hour or so. They spent about 40 minutes talking about my Afro Moses and about my hair and about my philosophies. We spent only about 20 minutes talking about the defense, and I passed. My brother, why did I bring this in? Appearances are important, but I think that as a nation, we have to be more purposeful. A lot of the people we give the respect to should never have any respect. Bawumia, Paul Adumochre, and all those people you see parading themselves in the suit and all that. A lot of them we have to think twice about. I'm telling you. Hey, they mislead the people, and yet they are bold enough to stand in front of you and never retract anything. Look at Bawumia. This guy should be going around apologizing to even grasshoppers, lizards, locusts and flies in Ghana. But no, he wants to come back and be president after a woeful, lousy expedition of vice presidency. So, Paul goes to court and he sees that a judge has struck out a certain narrative. And for him, the case has ended. The Attorney General is bad. The Attorney General is useless. And what is this thing about Attorney General calling people thieves? In what he played, did you hear Akuritinga say somebody was a thief? The gentleman that he is. He said, these are the charges. I have the charge sheet here, so that people will not say that I'm just talking. After that, we'll go to the court. At his age, your former law tutor, he understands that he doesn't have to stand in public, even in his bedroom, and call people thieves. Every lawyer, even if they have not graduated yet, they know this. You cannot reduce your law lecturer to that level of infancy in the law. It's an insult. And again, could it be because he failed you in the paper? I have failed papers 1 trillion times, and I'm still failing papers. But that does not make me any different. I just prepare and go back. My brother, my sister, I'm going to bring finality to this. Attorney General comes out to give us information, because I worry people for information. They all know me. When I call politicians, I'm not asking for money. I call Agboja. I'm not telling him, give me 1 penny. I don't need it. When I call Nana Jane, I'm not asking her for a penny. When I call Callistus, I'm not asking for nothing. Okay? I'm asking absolutely for nothing. Just information. Oh, I'm doing this story and I need your input on this. What do you think about this? What do you say about this? That's all. So if Attorney General realizes that many people are going to be calling for his perspective, and he decides to release a press statement or to come out and speak to the people, we have 2 types of press statements: the written and then the verbal. Attorney General comes and tells the people, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is, this is what we think, and because of that, we have filed the charges and we are going to court. Is that a crime? They have done that into making the Attorney General cower back. I pray it is not so, because I was enjoying the press conferences. I need to know. The people of Ghana have paid you to do the work. Update them. We are not living in darkness. So it has never been done in Ghana. Say ya na ya ya nusa, ntisa na ebe ya nusa, kopinta ma ebe. My brother, is that progress? Look at this. The Attorney General was talking too much. He was calling people thieves. When did Dominic Akuritinga call one person a thief? And you play a tape. And in that tape, the man is so gentlemanly. The Stanford lawyer. And he speaks and tells you that this is it. Or is it from sour grapes in the university when you couldn't pass his paper? I ask again. But please, get over that. It's nothing. If you fail a paper, so what? If you fail Dominic Akuritinga's paper, so what? Go and study and come back and fire. I think that this is a little too personal, honestly. I may be wrong, and if you are doing politics too, leave Ghana out of this. We don't need politicians in Ghana. We need patriots. I don't like politicians. When I hear a man say, oh, it's because of politics I'm doing this, I ask him, so where does Ghana fit? But this didn't end there. There's another guy called Kwesi Botwe. I've never met him, but I've seen his Facebook post in the past when he tried to rope me into some funny thing with Iyoko. But I mean, from his face, you can tell he's a very young guy, maybe one of my students in the African history class. And, you know, when I see people like this, a lot of them have passed through my hands before. In one way or the other, they have actually benefited from the noise we have made in the past and we still make. And I'm proud of them. You understand? That's his name, Kwesi Boyche Jr., I'm told. He has also fired the Attorney General. He has fired him. And it's in the news. Headlines. And he says that the Attorney General was talking too much. And he was talking too much. The same thing that Paul said. The Attorney General is a grandfather in the law profession. If little ones like this can criticize the Attorney General, it means our democracy has come of age, and I'm happy about this. My brother, my sister, he has critiqued the Attorney General because this is an MPP boy. From his posts and things, you can see that these are NPP boys. Interestingly, nobody ever tags us to any party. When you think that Blakk Rasta is red, he slaps you with a blue hand. And when you think that he is blue, he punches your nose with a red knuckle. Okay? We are Ghana. That's it. He also fired the Attorney General. And he said a lot of things about him. He's talking too much. The press conferences were too much. I am sad that these press conferences I may not see anymore. I was truly enjoying that. I do agree that once those press conferences start coming out, we must do everything possible to chase with speed so that it doesn't look like the cases linger. Because when the cases linger, people get tired when you come to tell them about the same old things. I understand that. But it is important to update the people. This is what we're talking about. Should Dominic Akuritinga Ayine be reshuffled? If you ask me, I'll tell you without blinking, I don't see why. A lot of people have tried to intimidate him. A lot of people are impatient. And I understand that some of these people are not behind bars. But my brother, we must also understand that a lot of the so-called thieves that are standing trial have deep pockets. They have lawyers who can help to waste time. In our country, where money talks, it's not easy to put a rich man in jail. Can I repeat it? When you go to the jailhouse, 99% of all the people there are poor. Why? They go to court and that same minute, a judgment is passed. They will sentence him to jail for 10 years for stealing cassava and Kobe. Yet when the rich man goes in there, he has 600 lawyers. Each one is quoting from a book that the judge may not even know. Quoting from books written by Satan himself in hell. When the judge doesn't understand it, what does he say? It is adjourned, bang, till next 28 years. When Mandela is freed, you come back. Before they pass a judgment on this case, the judge has died. His grandson is now the new judge. Before the grandson passes a judgment, this person has also died and the case has ended. It is not the fault of the Attorney General. I think that it is good what Mahama has done. Let us push the system to be able to speed up. And I like what Justice Francis Apangabunu Achibunga is doing. He's been put there to speed up things. And look at how the ADU-BOAHENE case is going. Fast, 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 fast. Hanan case, hey, whether they like it or not, go fast. Whether they like it or not, there will be a judgment in favor of Ghana. Hallelujah. It's the Blakk Pot, AKYEA Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this, my youth. Unprofessional GODFRED dummy lied. And this is what Justice SREM SAI, the Honorable Dr. Justice SREM SAI, seems to be saying. This is the Deputy Attorney General of Ghana. Recently, some Supreme Court judges have been praising him left, right, and center for his professionalism, and so on and so forth. He goes to court punctually. Oh yes, punctuality is his hallmark. And he hardly passes prejudicial statements. This is the guy we are talking about. He's a very young man. Recently, I discovered his age and I said, wow, Ghana is becoming bigger and better. In my days, for him to be in that position, he would have to be 99 years old. And he would have to walk with a walking stick to the court, with police and soldier carrying fat books. He's going there. I am the Honorable Justice. But he's here. On a more serious note, my brother, this is a man who knows his job. Well, we went to court. And Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodeba and his wife, Faiza Eduahini, appeared in court. And when they appeared, the Honorable Dr. Justice SREM SAI spoke to the court and said, you know what? We are dropping all charges against these 2 and 4 others. Oh, okay. Thank you. And when they turned out to go to celebrate and jubilate, they were arrested by Iyoko straight away and taken in there. My God. And when they arrived, Capo the Tutti Capi was standing there with his white beard and his blue suit, drinking something blue in a glass. I don't know what it was. Maybe blue juice from blueberries. Jesus have mercy. They were put in there, locked up in custody, awaiting interrogation for the new range of action. The moment Wahab arrived, he held his waist. Wait. La ilaha illallah. Wait. He was asked what was wrong. He said he was sick. What's wrong with you, Alhaj? See, my waist. I think it has affected my cerebral system. And whatever, gone through my medulla oblongata, all the way through my esophagus. And my arteries and pulmonary veins are all struggling. We couldn't understand it because we are not doctors. The terms were too big. On a more serious note, my brother, he said he was ill. He was ill. So they carried him all the way, listen, to the NIB hospital. Are you aware that there's an NIB hospital? National Investigations Bureau, formerly called BNI. And they put him there. I think Iyoko realized that, when Kofi Juma came here, he all of a sudden said he was not well. And we took him to Kolebu. And it looks like over there is a little more flexible and getting the chance to do a few things left, right, and center. Let's take him to a place where 24/7 all eyes would be on him. So he was taken to NIB. And do you know what NIB is? Wahab was very uncomfortable. You pass here, security. Pass here, security. You look here, security. Look here, security. He said, I'm well. I'm okay. Please, my waist is not okay. I'm okay. okay, I want to go back. Ah, lie down. Ah, the doctor has not even come to look at you and you are okay. Come, go, sit down. But he insisted, according to the information I have, that he was okay. He would prefer going back to the Iyoko custody. And he came back. His attorneys started saying that they were coming. And this is the lead counsel, former Attorney General GODFRED Dame. Yes. Oh, we are coming. My attorneys are coming. They are coming. They waited and waited and waited. It was time to close. Where are you? We are about to close. Please hurry up. Oh, we are coming. We are on the way coming. Iyoko waited and waited and waited and said, you know what? We cannot bend the rules for anybody. Wuntumi came here and said he was ill. We took him there. That's what the politicians do. They fall ill when they are in custody. Whether it is a charade or not, I don't know. Iyoko waited and waited and waited until it was time for closing. They waited even longer. And this is a unit that is investigating like never before. They brought 600 million plus back into the coffers of Ghana through their investigations. Never happened. Unprecedented. And we are waiting for some lawyers and they are not coming. In their capacity as what? And that day, I am told that the boss of Iyoko, in fact, had about 4 more cases he was investigating and interrogating people left, right, and center. He would have no time to wait for no attorney. Waited an hour more. No way. Another hour more. Ah, where are you? We are on the way coming. Traffic. Oh, you know traffic. Well, we have closed. And they left. The following day, you know what came out in the news? GODFRED Dame spoke. And what did he say? He said, Hanan had been denied access to his lawyers, his attorney. And it was all over the place. Do we have the tape? Watch this.
What is unfolding is a manifestation of the ineptitude of the prosecution, withdrawing all the charges, and then right thereafter rearresting them to commence investigations again. Nobody knows. It's a gross abuse of prosecutorial discretion. I've never seen its kind in the jurisdiction before. If you want to take prosecution, you have to conduct proper painstaking investigations before finding innocent citizens of the land for the court. And that's clearly not what we have seen. We go to a press conference, bastardize the accused persons, take their reputations to stress, saying that they are guilty of offenses and all that, and that in no time you secure conviction and you call it rumble in the jungle. And now, after a year, you cannot even start because there's no evidence. What is unfolding is a manifestation of the ineptitude of the prosecution, withdrawing all the charges, and then right thereafter rearresting them to commence investigations again. Nobody knows. It's a gross abuse of prosecutorial discretion. I've never seen its kind in the jurisdiction before. If you want to take prosecution, you have to conduct proper painstaking investigations before finding innocent citizens of the land for the court. And that's clearly not what we have seen. We go to a press conference, bastardize the accused persons, take their...
Former Attorney General, and his name is GODFRED Dame, he was talking about how the Attorney General said, oh, we have gone through painstaking investigations, and in no time, this will be dealt with, and after a year, it's still on. You see, they are playing to the gallery. They are trying to find a way to make it look like the prosecution has no case. This was the same person who said that Hanan and his wife were denied access to their attorney, when he knew point blank that they didn't go there at the right time. Iyoko was waiting and waiting because you are Godfred Dame, we should give you 15 hours to arrive. Nobody will do that. There's a new sheriff in town. Nobody is bigger than Ghana. These are the laws of Ghana. You have to appear at the right time. This was the guy who went to an international court and told them that we couldn't pay some money because of COVID. Do you remember? And we ended up doling out the country's money and paying those people. These are not good people. They don't love Ghana. They are not good people. They don't love Ghana. When he was Attorney General, remember, he was using COVID as an excuse not to be able to service a certain debt. I don't remember that debt, but you know. They ended up slapping us with a lot of debt. The international court said, why? Do you live in space? We all live here on earth. We all suffered from COVID. You want to use COVID as an excuse. He was late, I think, in even going for the trial. Some things. Was this not the same person accused of trying to speed up a certain thing to lock up somebody just because elections were coming and they wanted to score points? Is it the Jackpot case? Something like that. And today they are the angels. And you know, I had to open my ears. What is he saying? Is this Arabic? Or is it gibberish? Or is it Hebrew? I said, play it back because I couldn't get what he was saying. Play back that tape. Let's see if we understand what he said. I don't know. When they wear that gown, their accent changes. I honestly don't know. Play that tape back.
Stations to stress, saying that they are guilty of offenses and all that, and that in no time you secure conviction and you put Rambo in the jungle. And now, after a year, you cannot even start because there's no evidence. What is unfolding is the manifestation of the ineptitude of the prosecution, withdrawing all the charges, and then right thereafter rearresting them to commence investigations again. Nobody knows. It's a gross abuse of prosecutorial discretion. I've never seen its kind in the investigation before. If you want to take prosecution, you have to conduct proper painstaking investigations before finding innocent citizens of the land for the court. And that's
maybe that's the way he speaks. I am not used to this accent. I don't know if it is Irish, Egyptian, Turkish. I'm not used to it. I had to, you realize that ask play back because I wanted to hear it again. Maybe you understood him. But what I picked up, they said they had done the investigations properly and over a year now, we've not been able to get any conviction. And you are a lawyer. Sometimes trials take long, no matter how well you have prepared. But Godfred Dame supposedly, allegedly, lied that his client had been denied access to his attorneys. The Honorable Justice SREM SAI told us more. Watch this.
To just be interrogated immediately, then he will be discharged. But he fell sick and was taken to the hospital. And when he came back, instead of his lawyers, the former Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General, to come so that interrogation will be done, he chose to rather be granting interview in his office and in the media and calling into radio programs to say things that he knows are wrong and are not true. I mean, he said their time they used to assign cases to, what is this? They used to assign cases to experienced judges. My duty as an Attorney General is not to assign cases. It is the Chief Justice that assigns cases. So if he, at this time, was playing the role of the Chief Justice and assigning cases to people he considered to be experienced judges, that is problematic. Besides that, all the cases we have assigned, or all the cases that have been assigned, or the judges hearing all these cases, are judges who were in the High Court long before. That should be experienced. You don't come to the High Court unless you are experienced. And they are as far as I know, those judges are judges. One is even coming from Court of Appeal to hear the matter. So it makes us wonder what he means by experience. Is this something that we don't know about? So for a former Attorney General who is now into private practice, I know he has to earn his fees, but there must be some basic principles on which lawyers, even private lawyers, earn their fees. Let alone a lawyer who was occupying the high office of the Attorney General. I don't think...
Right. He says that the issue of fresh charges that you talk about, fresh evidence, I beg your pardon, is non-existent. He says there's no case pending, there's no fresh evidence. What's your response to that?
How would he know? You see, instead of him to accompany his client to do interrogation, through the interrogation, he's sitting on TV, calling to radio programs and talking. But his client will be going for interrogation today. He was discharged yesterday. He'll be going for interrogation today. That is when he will know. If he chooses not to be on radio and follow him, he will definitely know where the fresh evidence. He has no basis to know whether there's fresh evidence or not, because he has not accompanied his client to the office.
But he said his junior...
He says that he was denied access.
Exactly.
They were denied access, but you were saying that they didn't come. So what exactly is
that? Is false. That is false. Completely false. His client was not well and was taking the clinic yesterday. When they came back, the interrogators were waiting for him to come, because you cannot interrogate a suspect in the absence of his lawyer. And we know the accused person had lawyers. So it is fair and right and the proper thing to do to wait for the lawyers to come. He was nowhere to be found.
He said his junior doctors, lawyers, I must say, sat at the IOCO's headquarters, waiting for them to be, interrogated. But you didn't give him that access.
That is hearsay. He is claiming that, and I am telling you that most of the time yesterday was spent waiting for him and his lawyers to come, and he never showed up. I think it was the same time that he was on TV and radio granting interviews. And I think that, you see, there should be some basic principles with which all of us work. Because I've had personal conversation with him on the day we withdrew the charges, and he made specific requests, some of which have been granted.
What are those requests?
This is a professional conversation, and I wouldn't want to disclose, and I think his client. So I expect him to respect the confidence I have in him as a former Attorney General and the conversation we had. And one of the requests is still pending. You can ask him when he chooses to. You can ask him.
Are you frustrated? What's the status of this fresh evidence you talk about, and when are we likely to see fresh charges being preferred?
So let me take you through the process. You cannot just come to court.
The Honorable Dr. Justice SREM SAI. Look at the demeanor. You can see that the guy wants to explode. But for the sake of professionalism, keep it cool. You heard him? He said it's false. They sat down waiting for the radio lawyer to appear. Is it TV lawyer? Radio lawyer. Come and accompany your client. Your client has been sitting here. You are on phone, talking on radio stations, talking on TV, when you should be with your client, because you know this is basic ethics. That interrogation is going to happen. You should be there to say, no, don't answer this. No. They have a term they use when they say don't answer. Yeah? Objection. Overruled. That kind of thing. In court. You can also be there. And you can say that this is an unfair question. Client, don't answer. But you were not there. You turn yourself into a radio lawyer. You run around. Hey? Bring GODFRED Dami there. Okay? Yes, you run around on radio and on TV talking when you should be with your client. The following day, you run to the gallery, court of public opinion. Yeah, we went there. They were not allowed to go and see him and all that. My brother, my sister, whatever they do, the court will hear this case. Whatever they do, there will be a speedy trial. Whatever they do, Ghana at the end of the day will smile. And SREM SAI said something that was interesting. He said, I know that he has to earn his fees. was so didi. But me sure say come due. Because you rose to the highest level of your profession, Attorney General. I know you are in private practice now and you must eat. But eat with dignity. Hey, that's a punchline. For a lawyer to tell a former Attorney General, meaning say, I was say udidi. Nanso, hwe na wamfa wonsa mienu no and didi wo yansam. I think it's a big punchline. And thanks to the Justice SREM SAI, we have this information. Oh my God, have mercy. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. And of course, when we return, we got more. Hey! Hey! Kai! Woyo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500ml bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Good day, everyone. Dr. Ben Akambek introduced you about technology healthcare. Beyond our clinical diagnosis and observations at Herbal Technology Healthcare, which involves physical condition, behaviors, vitals like temperature and blood pressure. Our core focus is what we have researched and named body chemistry, which consists of metabolic processes, hormones regulation, pH balance, and mineral interactions that maintain health. We urge you to visit any of our branches of Herbal Technology Healthcare to know your body chemistry. You can also call us on 0208 33 7711 or visit our website at www.herbaltech.org.
Blakk Pot. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast, hit on the subscription button, right after that on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. This is the headquarters of the truth. Story number 4. Watch this. Xenophobia. Ghana giving 24 days to leave South Africa as Nigerian senators threaten economic war. Hey, it's two stories in one. Nigeria is angry. Ghana is also angry. My brother, my sister, Ghana is the country in Africa right now that is setting new standards when it comes to this beautiful country. Now we have a foreign minister, the honorable bald-headed Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. I love him. He's one of my very favorite ministers in this regime. Hey, it looks like he has the map of the world right in front of his very eyes. And he has a certain tracker that tells you which Ghanaian is in trouble and in which country. And before you realize, he waves a magic wand and he's there to sort out the problem. We saw him in Ukraine. We also saw him, my brother, my sister, in Latvia. In some other countries, he went Nicodemously to sort out diplomatic issues. This is my guy, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. One of the babies with sharp teeth, as described by the former president, J.J. Rawlings. Now, my brother, we are told that Ghanaians in South Africa have been told that they have 21 days to leave the country. Those who have shops or not, those who have property or not, leave the country within 21 days. They meet you. Now they don't even care to look at your papers. Just leave. I have seen some videos in which a Nigerian man said, I have been in this country for 17 years. I'm married to a South African and we have 4 children. I am officially South African. Say, who made you South African? Get out. Leave. We have seen businesses touched, set ablaze, and these businesses went up in flames. We have seen shops owned by African nationals, and because of these xenophobic attacks, locked up quietly. But these xenophobes still broke into the shops, looted the shops, and did whatever they wanted. These are lazy guys who are not ready to work. They are not ready to face reality. Oh, they are here, taking our jobs from us. Yet what they are doing, you don't want to do that. Some of them are selling oranges on the roadside. There are so many roadsides that you could also go sell oranges. But no, you want this guy out and you claim that he's taking your job. Some are selling second-hand clothing to feed their South African wives and children. Some of them have been beaten. Some of them have been summarily killed in cold blood in South Africa. I chanced upon this video and then I corroborated it. And I think that I need to share it with you. There is a Ghanaian in the background running a certain commentary. I need us to listen to this. And when we return, we got more. Watch this.
Video in Ghana for Ghana. Midin the question, yeah, and let's 5th of May.
Bramoro Media.
The Samano Cassie, almost to shop 13 days. I'm an Cassie. And they almost saying that's a emblem meeting about meeting. Yet to say almost your mama and 21 days and 20 Kumasi. Grandpa show and you put Domo I say 21 days almost 20 Kumasi. 21 days your business was I say. You never blow about Yanjin 21 days Yanjin. In some patch up, Mumboy, Yana for Mumboy, and paying for Mumboy. On my man 21 days, I will go in 21 days, Saint Fifi Comasi. Next 21 days, you better have to turn your dime, you better have to turn your cars, you better have to turn your business.
Well, this happened in Ghana. In the Aliens Compliance Act, we asked foreigners to leave this country. We didn't care whether they had landed property or not. And when they went to get their money from their banks, They were told they couldn't withdraw beyond a certain point. And some left the country, leaving their money with us, especially Nigerians. Some left the country, leaving their houses and some other such landed property. The Nigerians decided to reciprocate our kindness. In the days of Shagari, Ghanaians and some other foreigners, in their own way of making the Aliens Compliance Act work reciprocally, drove us out. They didn't care whether we had landed property or not. And they also told us we couldn't take some amount of money beyond a certain point from our bank accounts. And Rawlings had to send ships to go to Lagos and bring Ghanaians. We all remember those days. Agege. I remember how this thing affected us as a people. Today we've gone beyond that. We have vowed to ourselves that we will never do any such thing. In fact, it's like musical chairs. Today, Ghana may be rich and doing well. Nigeria may not. But tomorrow, it might just be the turn of Nigeria. So when Ghana is doing well, it is good to open the doors to accept brothers and sisters and work out so that the gains, the prosperity can also spread to those other countries so that we don't depend directly on one man, but the wealth is spread. That's how they did it with the EU, European Union. Now South Africa says we give you 21 days to leave. And this is not the government of South Africa. It's the few homophobes on the streets of Soweto and beyond who have taken the law into their own hands. They say, you see, we are good with you today. We are not attacking you. But after 21 days, when we see you, we kill you. We won't beat you. We kill you. And you know we are good at that. They will show you their sticks. They will show you their machetes. And some of them would even show you locally made guns. These are bloodthirsty people who have no respect for African unity. The Ghanaian man in that video was speaking Twi. And he said, they've given us 21 days to leave the country, all foreigners. If we don't, we are finished. They don't care whether we have cars or not, houses or not. And another man at the back said, but it will not hold water. 21 days, too short. We won't leave. But they ended up saying, Ghana, come and help us. My brother, quickly, the Minister of Foreign Affairs decided to hit South Africa and ask South Africa, what is the problem again? We thought that we had some diplomatic meeting and we decided that we should be able to sort this out. What is happening? We are hearing that you are asking our people to leave within a certain period. What are you doing to stop this? Now, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye is the minister in charge of communication at the presidency. He released a statement via the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He updated us. This is the communique. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Open it up so we can read it. It says, Excellency, I have the honor on behalf of the government of the Republic of Ghana to respectfully submit for inclusion on the agenda of the 8th mid-year coordination meeting of the African Union, scheduled to take place from the 24th to the 27th of June 2026 in El Alamein, Egypt, as a matter of urgent continental interest. The topic of xenophobic attacks in the Republic of South Africa against African nationals. Now, the government of Ghana remains deeply concerned by the recurrence of xenophobic incidents in the Republic of South Africa, which have regrettably resulted in the loss of lives, destruction of investment, and continue to pose serious risks to the safety and well-being of many African nationals residing in South Africa. It is particularly troubling that manifestations of xenophobia, including violent attacks against fellow Africans, have persisted in recent years. Now, this development is especially concerning when viewed in the light of the long-standing solidarity demonstrated by African states in support of the struggle against apartheid and South Africa's subsequent democratic transformation. While fully acknowledging the sovereignty of the Republic of South Africa and its primary responsibility to protect all persons within its territory, the targeting of nationals from African countries presents a challenge to the shared principles of African solidarity, brotherhood, and continental unity to which all member states of the African Union are committed. Now, in the considered view of the government of Ghana, the prevailing situation of xenophobic attacks against African nationals, amongst other concerns, constitutes a clear violation of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, to which the Republic of South Africa is a state party. B, undermines the spirit of integration and Pan-Africanism, which envisions a united, prosperous, and peaceful continent. And C, runs counter to the objectives of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which seeks to promote free movement, reduce barriers, and foster a common market to the benefit of all Africans. In this regard, the government of Ghana respectfully requests the chairperson of the African Union Commission and acting under the authority of the chairperson of the African Union to consider the following measures during the proposed African Union deliberations. I, the inscription of this matter on the agenda of the 8th mid-year coordination meeting of the African Union in accordance with the rules of procedure. I, the strengthening of African Union monitoring mechanisms to support member states in upholding their obligations under the Consecutive Act of the African Union and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. I. The establishment of a fact-finding mission to examine the underlying causes of xenophobic violence in South Africa and to recommend appropriate remedial interventions to the African Union. And IV, the facilitation of dialogue and reconciliation initiatives aimed at promoting tolerance, inclusion, integration, and renewed commitment to continental unity among African people. Now, the government of Ghana firmly believes that notwithstanding the painful legacy of slavery, colonialism, and apartheid, Africa's future is one of the shared dignity, prosperity, and mutual respect. Yes, it's one of shared dignity, prosperity, and mutual respect. As Ghana's founder and renowned Pan-Africanist, Osayefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah consistently proclaimed the full potential and emancipation of Africa can only be achieved when Africa unites. Now, that aspiration begins with a collective resolve to ensure that no African is dehumanized on African soil. Please accept, Excellency, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, MP and Minister. And the signature is like two little children playing in the sand. This is it. An address to the chairperson right there in Addis Ababa. Need I say more? It is what it is. It's sad what is happening. But they say, go back to your country and fix it. If you don't go, we'll kill you. We don't need you here. Have you seen South Africans in your country selling oranges on the road? And I heard somebody say something, that if the white people in South Africa leave South Africa, black South Africans will pull it to the ground. It's sad to hear that, but it looks like we are demonstrating that in South Africa. We are barbarians. We kill each other. So the white man's presence in South Africa is what is really bringing a certain kind of order. That's what some people are saying. But my brother, it's sad to think like that. They attack everybody except white people. My brother, dash it away. In Nigeria, the Senate is very angry. Some senators are so angry. Some are even saying, if you hit me, I hit you. We have to ban MTN, ban other South African businesses. In fact, this senator forgot that there are some businesses in South Africa that are no longer South African, like DSTV. Let's go to the Nigerian Senate and listen to angry senators. Watch this.
If you hit me, I hit you. I think it is appropriate in diplomacy. It's an economic struggle. What the black South Africans are saying is that Nigerians are taking their jobs. Okay, Nigerians, come home. I take over the job of MTN. Nigerians, come home. I take over the job of DSTV. When we hit back, the president of South Africa will not only talk, he will go on his knees to recognize that Nigerians cannot be intimidated, and we do not condone any war life being lost. If a crime has been committed under South African law, they have a right to bring any sort of person to justice. But to kill our people as if we are helpless, we are not. By the time we turn in the economy hardship, we withdraw MTN license, we revoke DSTV license. Those people coming from Nigeria, from South Africa will have good jobs to do. Let South Africa continue with their jobs. Then when we have this balance of madness, I believe there will be sanity, and we will kick our bilateral relationship in a manner that is a win-win. Right now, Nigeria trade deficit with South Africa. South Africa is the one benefiting. So my colleagues, let not turn this place to a place of mourning and crying and lamenting. Let us bite in a manner that they will be the one begging.
We are very angry. Nobody is happy. Our Minister of Foreign Affairs is in South Africa now.
Nigerians living in South Africa have over the years been disrespected, molested, annihilated, and hunted down. All their rights denied them. The xenophobic attacks on Nigerians in South Africa have continued. They are now hiding for their lives. They can't come out and do their businesses freely and move around. Mr. President, this is a situation where people are paying good with evil. This country contributed immensely to the end of apartheid regime in South Africa. You recall fire in Soweto when they were being burnt down, South Africans, black South Africans. They were hiding in their holes. And Nigeria came out very strongly to stand with them as our brothers and our sisters. The government of General Ramat Murtala Mohammed, though a military regime, said that Africa shall be the center of Nigeria's foreign policy. And a lot of our resources were deployed to providing succor to the black South Africans. If we knew, or if Murtala Mohammed and sovereign governments knew that South Africa can stand up and begin to insult Nigerians, would have turned the other way. They won't have the liberty they have today. So for them to take Nigerians like animals is not acceptable. The African Union, which South Africa is a member, should rise now and impose all necessary sanctions against South Africa. Nigeria should also do reprisal sanctions against these people because they're also living in Nigeria. They enjoy the liberties, the freedom to live in another country. Because the white man develop South Africa. They now think that anybody who has come to South Africa is coming to enjoy. But when they were under the gruesome regime of apartheid, they had nobody to run to except Nigeria. So I want to say that this report from the committee chairman of Senate Committee on Diaspora should be taken very seriously. There are some who cannot even come back. They arrest them and seize their traveling documents and throw them into jails. Some are taken to the courts and they will be denied legal representation. These were the complaints I got in 2024. When they apprehend any Nigerian, they take him to court and deny him legal representation. Nobody will speak for you. And they throw the person in jail. So, my distinguished colleagues, South Africa should receive a warning from this Senate, this Parliament, and the government of Nigeria, so that they know that freedom of movement is guaranteed under the Charter of the African Union. We cannot continue this way at all.
If we will spend the whole day of today on this matter alone, it's worth it, Mr. President. There cannot be anything more important than this, of course, except the security of lives and property in Nigeria. Nigerians killed, maimed, businesses destroyed. What are we here for? We speak for them, but we need to stand on our two legs on this, because our perspectives will slightly be different from the executive perspectives, and our contributions to the solutions have different avenues. Mr. President, in the 8th Senate, similar thing happened. Nigerians were killed in South Africa without any justification at all. The Senate and House at that time set up a committee to go to the Parliament of South Africa with a parliamentary message from the Parliament of Nigeria. Mr. President, I would recommend that this Senate, after discussing, debating, and taking resolutions, we talk to the House of Reps. They should do the same. And then we have one parliamentary committee to consist of both senators and members of the House, whether the Foreign Affairs Committee or whichever. And I would suggest here that maybe the Senate leader should lead the team to the Parliament of South Africa, or the Deputy Senate President.
Or the former Senate President.
As it pleases the chair. Mr. President, that is one. Secondly, in 2019, July, they killed Nigerians. I was Senate President. Mr. President, I invited the High Commissioner, the South African High Commissioner here. Those who are in attendance probably could remember what happened, particularly Senator Ojikalu, who was then the chief whip. I told him to his face, enough is enough. You can't be killing our people while your businesses flourish here. And whether black kills black, they are the ones killing us. We are not killing them. They are prospering here. And therefore, we cannot be giving you very convenient, climate environment for you and your businesses. Meanwhile, you will not allow us even have decent livelihood by trading or doing businesses in your country. So, Mr. President, this is something that we need to do. I I don't know whether you would like to do that. Engage with the South African embassy here. I don't know, but this is your choice. You and the leaders of the Senate or the National Assembly.
I would like to see South African Parliament debating this. I would like to see them debating this and questioning themselves. And then also either they applaud for their citizens or they condemn their citizens. That people will come to do legitimate business, even tourists to South Africa are being killed mistakenly as if they are coming to work. You can imagine somebody, a surgeon from Nigeria, being lynched on the road by a mechanic in South Africa. And then his reason is that the surgeon is coming to take his work. And meanwhile, he's a mechanic. And the surgeon from Nigeria dies because he visited South Africa. So the issue goes beyond rhetorics.
Well, the African Union has been called upon by both Ghana and Nigeria to stand up and make sure that this xenophobia in South Africa stops. Now, what do you think about the Nigerian Senate, what we call the parliament? What do you think about what they said? Hit for hit. Let us reciprocate the reprisals. Two of them were heard saying that tit for tat is not a sin. Oh, let's also stop their businesses. My brother, let truth be told. MTN in Ghana has about 95% Ghanaians in there. When DSTV was here, owned by South Africans, more than 80% of all the employments came via non-South Africans. So that means that, yes, they bring their business here, they make money, but a lot of our people are employed. And I'm sure it's the same in South Africa. The point the South Africans are making is that, do you see South Africans in your countries doing the menial jobs you are doing here? Let's ask ourselves, do we do menial jobs in South Africa or not? Somebody leaves Ghana and goes to South Africa to paint nails. The Akan people have a saying that I love. Say, pese wayamwa bepie hwe omuye ewofie. If you don't want your livestock to go out there and be maltreated, take care of them properly at home. My brother, the South Africans are telling us that they are okay in their country. They are only doing business in other countries to help those countries. That is the narrative. And when you look at it, it looks like it is not so much of a lie. Because MTN in Ghana employs over 90% Ghanaians. DSTV was doing the same. In Nigeria, is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big men in charge of the business may be coming from South Africa. But a big chunk of the people and these businesses provide employment for the locals. So if you say you are closing down MTN in Nigeria, count the number of unemployed Nigerians you are going to put out on the street. DSTV is no longer a South African outfit. I hear now it's controlled by the French. My brother, my sister, if other South African businesses are closed, we all saw how Game was closed down in Ghana. One of my cousins was working at Game. From when Game closed down, every month I had to start sending him money. We are not saying this should be an excuse for xenophobic attacks. No. Never. But the bigger point we are making is that instead of sitting in the empty Nigerian Senate, where 90% of all the people are at home eating ogbono, are at home watching DSTV in Nigeria and not going to the Parliament House, the Senate, to talk the issues. It behoves these people to talk about how politicians can come together and build Nigeria better. Everywhere you go in Africa, Nigerians are a problem. It's the most populous country in Africa, so we expect these problems. But Nigeria is also equally blessed. We have gold, we have diamond, we have oil in Nigeria. A few people are in control of this, and there are those who are growing their pot bellies on the riches of Nigeria, while the many people in Ajegule and some other such places are those who are taking the brunt. And you go to Senate and say, we are also going to close their business and also going to fight MTN and the charter of the 1844 and 020000. You speak all the big English there, and that will not solve the problem in Ajegule. They will still do galala in South Africa and be killed. Let's be serious. How many of these African nations are talking about how they can build their economy so that their livestock can stay at home and be taken care of? South Africans are the least traveled people in the whole of Africa. True or false? Check it out. Somebody told me the other time, Libyans. How many Libyans do you see in Ghana as little children growing up all the way to about 20 years? Even if they were born here, before you realize they are transferred, they are back in Libya. They are there to do their own things, and some other such nationals. Yet, a lot of Ghanaians are born in Latvia. They grow in Latvia, speak Latvian, marry Latvian women, Nigerians like that. If you truly have a beautiful home, you don't stay on the streets for too long. True? If you know you have something good to return home to, you don't stay on the streets for too long. For now, let's agree that our citizens are out on the street loitering because there's very little at home that they can call good. Yes, we help the South Africans. For how long can we continue rubbing it into their eyes that we helped you? So if we come there to do just anything at all, allow us to do that. It's sad they have taken the law into their own hands. Their authorities should have handled this. But as it stands, the authorities have proven that they are weak, or they don't have the common sense of patriotism to salvage their nation legally. But to allow these riffraffs to go out on the streets and beat and kill Africans, claiming that they're taking their jobs. My brother, my sister, I'll close on this. I was in South Africa, and there was this Ghana boy who was dating a South African girl. My brother, I observed them, and almost every evening I cried. You know why? It was almost like a blackmail. The lady would come home and ask, I want this, ne? Will you give me this, ne? I want this, ne? And if the guy said, oh, honey, you know I don't have it. Okay, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. The guy would go on his knees and beg and borrow to satisfy this lady. My brother, time and again, we had to advise this gentleman, relocate. Because the moment the police arrives there, they are not going to listen to anything. You are a foreigner. Number two, maybe your papers are not even right. How many more of our citizens are being maltreated like that in so many other countries across the world, not only in Africa? They are being blackmailed because they are illegal. It's time to provide at home. It's time now to stop protecting our thieves. Like we said earlier, everybody has a thief. Let's stop protecting the thieves. Let's expose them, get rid of the thieves, so that our nation, our continent, can also breathe properly. Everybody has a reason to protect a certain criminal that they know. Oh, he gave me food when I was hungry. Oh, this criminal here is my sister's boyfriend. Oh, this criminal here, oh, 25 years ago, he was the one who sent me $2 from America. Therefore, no matter how many people he has killed, free him because he gave me $2 6 million years ago. It doesn't make sense. Yes, we are grateful for your help, but let's do the right thing. Only the right thing will make our countries grow. Thank you to Ghana for taking this serious. Nigeria, please, you have too much to have your citizens go out there and be begging. Anytime I hear that proverb, in the midst of plenty, the fool is still hungry, I think about Nigeria. It's the black pot, AKYEA Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 5. Watch this. Why Assemblies of God Church must reschool Reverend BEMPAH if it must be taken serious. I love the Assemblies of God Church. I've been to the church over and over. There's one man of God in there called Reverend BEMPAH, Kojo BEMPAH. This man, I hear he spent some time in London and some other places. I have seen him preach personally before. My brother, my sister. But I think that this man of God needs to go back to the Bible school and learn the principles, the practical principles of the man that he claims he serves, Jesus Christ. I don't know what it is about tithes and this man. Every time there's a controversy, it is about this man and tithes. There was a time he said, and it went viral, very controversial, that, oh, when you go out there and people are sick and suffering on the streets and you are holding your tithes, never give this out to anybody. The tithe is for the church. Forget everybody and bring the tithe to the church. He's back in the headlines. And all Ghanaian sites, news portals are screaming it. He says that even if it's a family member and all the money he has in his hand is his tithe, he will sit down and watch the family member die. So that after the family member has died, he will now take the money to the church for tithe. Even if the family member needs a quarter of the tithe to live and survive, he will not touch the tithe. He will watch the family member, and for that matter, any other person die whilst the money is taken to the church. A few days ago, there was a woman who appeared in church when the man of God, via the Methodist Church, was talking about tithes. And to those who don't know, tithes is 10% of whatever you receive in a month or in a period. Normally it's 1 month. If it's your salary, 1/10 of your salary, 10% of your salary. It is also amongst Muslims. Ahmadi Muslims will ask you to pay 1/16. Divide everything that you have within that period, maybe in a month. If it's your salary, divide it into 16 and give 1 part to the mosque. And you would always be told that there's a blessing. With the Christian church, some don't believe in it. They think it's a thing of the past, Old Testament, so they don't do it. But they have a way of proving from the Bible that it is even still New Testament directive. Reverend Dr. Kojo BEMPAH says, I will give you my tithe even if you are dying. Reverend Kojo BEMPAH, dash it away. That's what he says. And he's consistently said this. Now the Methodist church man was talking about tithe. And he said, if you don't pay your tithes, you are an armed robber. He didn't say a thief. He didn't say a pickpocket. He said you are an armed robber. And he quoted from the Bible to show that you are robbing the man. Better still, raiding the man. And a member of the church, a female, rose against him and called him a thief. Because when they take the tithe, they have a way of dealing with it that is not sanctioned the right way. Do we have the tape? I'll take you to the church. Watch this.
We are robber. Robber na yakano. Rob. R-O-B. Na yakana. We are rob. Tie. Kurono bono. Ya omumi ansa. Ya was stealing. Stealing. Anopa na aya kurono bono. Say no. Yabana. Anti ya ne bag si ha. Yati ya me hwa ne na wa na me safa ne bag mu a. Na me uniform na me digane kwa. Eno no stealing. And I was second grade. Second no ya burglary. Obi fie obakwa na nipa ni ho. No e bunu mpoma na we wuram. No afa no bibi de call. That is burglary. So the person is a burglar. On the obupuna ni no wuram nipa ni ho. And you are the professionals. That's great. And we are robbers. I know they were gani. Oh, yellow. Cute so kind of you. How to quibra, however. You could bet you away, and we could sign by a fan robber. Now, Mr. 1 year went to your tithe, no, they are not stealing. They are not burglary. They are. When the material Yami from robbers, and when them sang Yami or when them say, a Yamedia, no, we get the home far. Now, Mr. Simon Pana, would you saw them? I wouldn't your tithe, no, or you're doing. I'm raw.
Bible say. You did two true muno. A radia makwan arm yan fire and sanka. You tossed to be a mostly will be our bedi to show you now you're unrobber.
And you mean a make Bible?
Bible neka. Papa yeka unrobber from war bush up so suffocate to us so. I saw him paying for steward for so moya crom for. Serious.
Okay.
What you crom for? Papa Wokasa no start can be share say. Say, Uba mi wu, untia tight, ubi bi wu, mama o to. Tron one can say, ubi bi wu a yemfa tight, enkotia, one kind of womb. Papa said, me made me home yemfa to home. Now can be say, ubi a Juma contractor, utimi chia tight. Fine, me ye Juma, said you walk on us sanity. I can pay tithe, meet me. Tithe can see a pa. Mint yo. Dear ma mint ya say. Dear me pen on me deba. Dear can me the bed shed dear me pewa bonsene. Fine. Me ma me me young wee. If a party will be an imsasa primo, or would that a time me momaso.
I had to buy the tougher.
And see, eh, dear Papa Jan, come make a savvy, you could be a savvy man, one on a yatia. Papa dear Tosubium. Tithe no a wo ka ho asem no me ma mi e ba be wu no nyanwuye na ma be tua tithe kuku dame na wa be asori ma be yi asori bad time ko a be yi 5 million say mon famra na ma page 50 million dia be tua tithe afi me ka bom say ASN
okay
time na ye tua welfare no na dan na mu ye ma obi nya adwuma na oni sika ode ye adwuma obe tua tithe mostly I say ubi bi wu unya asema won to title awoma obeta de ha
okay
papa chain
no you tell me want to me
papa de chain papa chain fine time na ye tua welfare no na ye dan mu ye ma because onye adwuma kra na obetime tua 10 cedis or 5 cedis with welfare obeka ko support no na ne onye adwuma na obetena ha Now what there be our vex and had there be our vex and then be you when you problem. Mostly when you tight into one or back. Or bet Jayas already.
That's it. The next.
So basically, this beautiful vociferous woman is only saying that, yeah, it looks like if you say that, or if the Bible says that if you don't pay your tithes, you are a robber, also implicates all of you. You are all robbers and thieves. Because you take the tithes, somebody paying tithes all these years, all of a sudden, he's unable to stand on his feet because of unemployment. And we are unable to support these people. My mother is sick, and the money that I should have used to take care of my mother, who took care of me all this while as a child, I should bring it to the church, and my mother will die. It doesn't make sense. Yet you take the money, and you don't actually use the money to support the church. Now the tithe is the income that you have in a period, especially 1 month. Not necessarily your salary. If you have gifts, if people come and, give you money, or you make money from some other sources apart from your salary, all that will be part of the tithe, 10%. People have debated this in the past. My brother, my sister, the woman stood up. It looked like this was what Reverend Dr. Kojo BEMPAH responded to. And said, of course, if your mother is sick and all the money you have in the house is the tithe money, watch her and let her die, and you take the money to the church. Let's listen to Reverend Dr. Kojo BEMPAH. Maybe we didn't hear him well. Watch this.
If you are dying, you will die. I won't give you. Because if I give you, I will join you to die. But if I give my tithe, maybe God will raise you up. So be careful. Those of you who have lifted so many things above God, unbelievers, when they hear this thing, they don't understand. It is God first. Matthew 6:33. What does he say? Seek ye what? Seek ye what? Seek first your wedding. Is that what he says? Seek ye first the kingdom. God will never allow you to let anything take his place, whether your wife or your husband or your children. I mean, he gave you the children. They cannot be important than him. God doesn't struggle to give. Let me show you how God gives children. That's all. He breed them and then they go. They go. That's why some people want to have children, they are not having. Those who don't have, they are having. Because he breed. So what is difficult to you is not difficult to God. Obey him. Come out of emotions. In blessing, I will bless you. Go to 18. Go to 18. Yahweh, there is always something to do. In your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Somebody shout, poverty, I'm far away from you. So now, Abraham came into this covenant by giving Isaac as a seed. He came to the covenant by giving Isaac as a seed. He came into the covenant by giving Isaac as a seed. Anytime you need a breakthrough, look for seed. Look for seed. Look for seed. I start the year with a mega seed. I will do my yearly sacrifice, and then January, boom. Since I started being a pastor here, there is no January I don't give a major seed. And I say, Lord, I'm sowing this seed on behalf of the whole church. So today I've told you one of my secrets. Sometimes the 21 days prayer and fasting, all the money I will sow it. People are in a hurry. Let me buy fuel. Let me buy a checker. It is God first. Let me paint my house. Let me change my kitchen. Number 3, believe in the revelation of the covenant. Somebody say, I believe. Don't look at what is happening in the economy. Don't look at what is happening in the economic world. Abraham believed God. Revelation 4:3. And Abraham believed.
Well, we heard him loud and clear. Reverend Dr. Kojo BEMPAH. Listen to the voice of God first. Obey God. Move out of emotions. Even if it's a family member who is dying, and it is your tithe that will save this person, no, take it to the church. And I don't know why the Assemblies of God is accepting this kind of doctrine. In fact, if Jesus was here with us today, I'm sure that he would call all these pastors, including BEMPAH, and will send them back to the synagogue to re-educate them. Jesus was a radical prophet. When he came, a lot of the things that were done in the old way, he refuted them diplomatically. Do not take the pigeons and the animals to the priest anymore to pray for you. That time is gone. Now you don't need to stand at this place and call it holy, because Moses stood there. Anywhere you stand shall equally be holy. You don't need another man to lead you to God. Develop a personal relationship with God. He took the power from the hands of men and gave it to the individual to develop a personal relationship with God. That's why I love Jesus. When men ran to confess their sins to other men, sin offering, we saw all that in the Old Testament. You slaughter this, you slaughter that, you use the fat of this animal to be able to cover up for your sins. He said, no, just walk to your father and tell your father, you are sorry, forgive me. It is enough. Okay? My brother, my sister, Jesus himself said something which I'm going to close with. When his disciples were walking around and they were hungry and they saw a farm nearby, what did they do? They went in there and took out some food from the farm so that they could go and make food and eat. And people said, oh, these are gluttons. In the days of the prophet, they were fasting. On the Sabbath, they didn't even do this. They didn't work. They didn't do that. When Jesus healed people on the Sabbath, he asked them, which one is easier to do? Go, you are healed. Or follow the scriptural Sabbath. Those of you who are here, if your donkey falls in a well on the Sabbath, would you take out the donkey? Or you leave it there and say it's the Sabbath? So it should be there till it dies. Listen, till the Sabbath is over. Because the scripture says it, use your common sense. Jesus taught us to use sense. It's very sad when we follow a certain scripture and become so dogmatic and so robotized that we can't even shake. That's not what Jesus taught. Look at the scripture, yes. But in these circumstances, if I stand by the scripture, what are the implications? Be reasonable. The man says his own mother or father or sister who is not well and about to die, the doctor says, bring 1,000 Ghana cedis so that this person can be healed. We buy medicines. Say, no, I'm taking it to the church. That we are doing the right thing. I'm sure if Jesus was here, he would say, heal this person first, work together, be more prosperous, and you can pay more tithes to the church. I'm telling you, that's what Jesus would have said. Look, Jesus gave only 2 commandments. Am I right? And it's common. Everybody says it. Love thy neighbor as thyself. And then believe in the one God and love him. If God is love, my brother, you can't say you love God if you have no love. True? This person is ill, is about to die. Then you will carry the tithe to a church where tens of other people are already taking it. They don't lack. This person is lacking. Look at the Good Samaritan. Do you remember the story of the Good Samaritan? He was lying down there. There was one man who was busily going to the synagogue to go and pray. Yes, the Bible says we should pray without ceasing. So if I'm praying and somebody is about to fall from a cliff, would I say that I'm going to keep praying and praying because it says pray without ceasing and let the person jump off the cliff and die? Does it make sense to you? The rabbi walked by the sick man, the man who had been attacked by robbers. Maybe uttered some prayer for him and continued on his way to the synagogue. But Jesus did not clap for him. We all clap for the Samaritan who had no link to this dying man, who stopped and carried him on his own donkey and took him to an inn to take care of him. Some of these things should guide us. I think Christianity is more practical than just scriptural. If Reverend BEMPAH continues to preach like this, I will not go to the Assemblies of God church. I don't know how many of you would go to a church that will tell you, leave your father and mother to die and take the tithe to the church. It doesn't make sense. And when I said it, they'll say, oh, yes, God uses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. They always have a scripture they will quote. Even the devil quotes scriptures. And Christ would always come back and rebut it. Until we become practical Christians, practical religious people, we are zombies. What Jesus wanted to do was to practicalize us. Don't go and stand on this mountain again. Everybody standing on it and praying that this is where power is, AKYEA. No, any other place you go to, God is there because God is everywhere. When you sin, talk one-on-one with your father. Don't go and present chicken blood and say that this can do this. But these are all scriptural. He said, don't do that anymore. Because we are coming to practicalize rather than robotize religion. Jesus moved us from religion to spirituality. It's only Blakk Rasta who can teach like this. The hard truth. I will not go and give my tithe to a church. And my bishop would always tell me, hey, Blakk, if a family member of yours is so very sick and dying, spend money on this person, even if it's your school fees. Spend it and let the person live. How would you feel when you take the tithe to the church, you return and your mother is dead? You go and cry, Minu Beko, Minu Beko. So, Reverend BEMPAH, with all respect, I think that you are still in the days of the Old Testament when everything was rigid. We have to grow. We were babies then, like Paul said. When I was a little boy, a baby, I behaved like an infant. Now I am grown. We have to grow. When Christ came, we grew. If you want to pay tithe, pay tithe. If you believe in tithe, that's okay. But your tithe should never replace your sick mother or father. That's not Christianity. It's hedonism. It's the black pot. AKYEA Kukushodamo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 6. Watch this. Many times IShowSpeed made Ghana proud, or better still, makes Ghana proud. I think it will read better if it was many times IShowSpeed made Ghana prouder. Made Ghana prouder. It's not a bad statement, but we are just making it better. The many times IShowSpeed made Ghana prouder. Who is IShowSpeed? He's a young boy. We've talked about him before. He went into the world of the internet and he's been able to have his breakthrough. He loves fast cars. He loves flipping. He loves the gym, bodybuilding, and he is one of the most well-known figures when it comes to modern day internet and social media. He's made millions out of this. His father and mother divorced, but he still has a good relationship with his father, though he's closer to his mother. His mother, in fact, has her roots in Ghana. And thanks to Wodemaya, this guy was able to visit Ghana. And when he came to Ghana, we all were happy. In fact, he decided to broadcast one of his shows in Ghana to his millions of viewers across the globe. And he brought the attention of the whole social media world to Ghana. This is IShowSpeed. He made it happen. And Ghana was happy. The president's attention was drawn to him. We even gave him a passport. Thanks to Blakk. And then we crowned him a chief in Ghana. And then we gave him a Ghanaian name. From that time, my brother, this young man has always been talking Ghana, Ghana. My brother, my sister, everywhere he goes, it's about Ghana. Some people ask him, are you Nigerian? He tells them, no, I'm Ghanaian. And he tells them, I am Nana Kofi Akufu. You see the Ghana flag around his wrist when he goes into the wrestling area. And there he is. And there he's picking up shea butter that he got from Ghana. He's going to smear that on his 6 packs. And then he's singing Kuraya Kuraya Kurajenje Kuru Asheto Kurujenje Kuru Mayama Kurujenje Kuraya Kuraya, a song he learnt in Ghana. This is IShowSpeed. My brother, people would pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars to use a product from the country. People would pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars to showcase their nations. But this guy dispassionately, better still, passionately, is always talking about Ghana. And he has that wristband there. Every time he sleeps with it. And you can see it on his right hand, red, gold, green. They've given him a passport. He's a citizen of Ghana. Of course, he's also a citizen of America. And it looks like he is on a journey to push Ghana where it should be going. And with his huge following, many people are beginning to troop to Ghana. Ghanaian businesses are being patronized, all because of this wonderful guy here called IShowSpeed. My brother, my sister, he met with a Trinidadian celebrity. And when they started having a conversation, you know what he told him? Point blank. Have you been to Africa before? He said, no. I need you to come with me to Ghana. My God. Do we have the tape? Watch this.
You never been to Africa?
No. Please.
You should go.
Yeah, please.
Take you to Ghana. You get rubbed down with shea butter.
Yeah. You should go Ghana.
Shea. You from Ghana? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to Africa.
I'm Ghanaian.
Why? Why? Pregúntale cómo está su corazoncito.
Pero more coffee.
Speed.
Speed.
He's asking how's your heart right now.
My heart?
Yeah.
I live in a Ghanaian. It's hurt. It hurts.
It hurts.
You never been to Africa?
No. Please.
You should go.
Yeah, please.
Take you to Ghana.
Yeah.
You get rubbed down with shea butter.
Yeah.
You should go Ghana.
Shea.
You from Ghana?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to
I'm
Africa.
Ghanaian.
Why? Why? Pregúntale cómo está su corazoncito.
Pero more coffee.
Speed.
Speed.
He's asking how's your heart right now.
My heart?
Yeah.
I live in a Ghanaian. It's hurt. It hurts.
It hurts.
You never been to Africa?
No. Please.
You should go.
Yeah, please.
I am happy when people hold on to their heritage like this. This guy didn't need to be talking Ghana. This guy didn't need to even be talking Africa. But he understands his roots. He's black. He wears dreadlocks. Africa is written all over him. It doesn't matter where you are born. It matters where you trace your DNA. It matters exactly where you belong. Because where you are born is only cosmetics. What is deeper is the content of that body, the DNA. And when I talk about DNA, I'm not talking about that test that you do in the laboratory. I'm talking about your heritage, cultural heritage. His mother traces her roots to Ghana. This guy comes to Ghana. BEMPAH Kofi Akufu, the fifth. And he says it everywhere he goes. How many Ghanaians born and bred in Ghana, they have eaten akpla and fetri dechi, tuozafi, the miyan kuka, are proud to go out and tell everybody they are Ghanaian. The smallest opportunity they have, they say, I want to take you to Ghana. I want you to come and see what is in Ghana. I'm a proud Ghanaian. How many Ghanaians do this? We can't take the work this guy is doing for granted. In fact, what we would have paid CNN millions to do, this guy is doing better. Thanks to Samuel Okudzeto Blakk for seeing this from afar and granting him the Ghanaian birthright that he so much deserves. Thanks to Wodemaya for seeing the impact of this young man and bringing him over here to be part of the Royal Army. Finally, thanks so much to the people of Ghana for accepting this man. And above all, thanks so much to Hamamat for dragging him all the way into the Shea Butter Museum, where so many beautiful young ladies massaged him. And anytime he sees that shea butter, he remembers one thing: Ghana. And when he smears it on his body, watch how he pulls out his tongue. You know what that means? It reminds him of the sweetness he had when those pretty ladies massaged him. The president told us that he was sure that the young man left Ghana with a hard-on erection. Dodo? IShowSpeed, Nana, Berima, Kofi Akufu the fifth. We love you and we appreciate you, and keep doing this for Ghana. Keep doing it for Africa. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukuchonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have two more stories and we are done. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!
Power
Skipper George. Blackpot. Kuku show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku show them up. And here we speak truth to power. Thanks so much to our sponsors. Now turn every single experience that you have, my brother, my sister, into a royal journey with Tesori d'Oriente. Yes, every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori d'Oriente. And thanks so much to Millennium Insurance. Yes, your trustworthy partner. Thanks so much to Lemfi. And with Lemfi, you receive your transfer to Ghana in just seconds. And also, no transfer fees. Remember the referral code, 1RASTA. Thanks so much to Herbal Technology. It's a clinic. And over there, we make sure it's 100% herbal. We don't just treat you, we heal you. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshodamo, where we speak truth of power. This is the final story. Story number 7. Watch this. Police speak about wild, viral cutlass street fight in Achimodam. Hey, how many people know Achimodam? It's a very beautiful town. So beautifully nice. Now, just yesterday, in fact, 3 young men hit the streets near the new lorry station, right there in Achimodam. One of them was holding 2 cutlasses, what you call machetes, and 2 others were holding a cutlass each, and they hit the streets. Look at them. You see the guy with the 2 machetes is calling them to come so that they will face each other. When I first saw this video, I thought it was a joke. Then I saw these 2 guys, you know, telling the other guy, we are ready for you. And sham, he missed. Sham, sham, sham. Then the guy fell. Then wham, the hand was gone. Hey, then that truck saved us the goriness of the scene. This guy has lost his machete. His finger is gone. And he has a deep cut on his forehead. He told himself probably, I thought this was a joke. But see, but the 2 guys are not satisfied. They are following him, ready to decapitate him on the streets of Achimodam. Hey, look at them. Now, onlookers decided to call the police. The police arrived in no time. But already the streets were bloodied. My brother, my sister. And the police was able to restore order. Now the police released a report. What really happened? Right there. Oh my God. Press release. Police restore calm at Achimodam news station after violent clash. Now the Eastern South Regional Police Command has restored calm to Achimodam after a group of young men engaged in an open fight with cutlasses at the news station Accra. I beg your pardon, news station area. 2. A group of young men were seen in a viral video wielding cutlasses, attacking each other. On receipt of the information, police went to the scene to restore calm. However, 2 suspects were met at the ADU-Jubilee Hospital and the Achimodam Government Hospital, respectively. Suspect George Ochri, age 30, with a deep cut on his forehead and his right finger chopped off, was met at the emergency ward of the ADU-Jubilee Hospital, while suspect Paul Pascalele was met at the Achimodam Government Hospital emergency ward with a deep cut on the right hand, receiving treatment. Achim-Odan Government Hospital. So they both were at the Achim-Odan Government Hospital. Meanwhile, suspect Evans Adayile was arrested in his hideout to assist in investigations. Efforts are underway to arrest other suspects for further investigations and prosecution. Dash it away. And this is David Fianco Ochre. I placed a call to David, and he told me investigations were still on, so he wouldn't be able to tell me much. And I told him your press release did not state why they were fighting. He said, because we don't have the information yet, but it was because of a little confusion and misunderstanding. As to the nature of the confusion and misunderstanding, he told me he wouldn't be able to tell. We placed a call to the hospital, and the nurse who took care of them told us that they arrived yesterday between 10 and 11 a.m. and they were taken care of, but they never told the hospital that they were engaged in an open cutlass fight. So it was later they got to know when the police came there and decided to put some people in charge of them in terms of security so that investigations would continue. We spoke with a number of people in Odan, and we've been able to build the dossier, run the dossier, and watch this. May 7, 2026, the Eastern South Regional Police Command has confirmed that calm has been restored in Achim-Odan following the violent machete clash at the new station area. Now, a suspect identified as Evans Adayile was arrested by the Achim-Odan Divisional Police at his hideout, and that's a confirmation. 2 other primary suspects are currently hospitalized under tight police security while receiving treatment for their injuries. George Ochre, 30, suffered from a deep forehead wound and a severed finger on his right hand, receiving care at the Odan Jubilee Hospital. Paul Pascalele is receiving treatment for a deep cut on his right hand at the Achim-Odan Government Hospital. That's the hospital. Police are still pursuing other unidentified individuals seen in the viral video to ensure all perpetrators face justice. So what really happened? While preliminary reports cited a dispute over money, eyewitnesses and local authorities are also looking into long-standing disagreements related to illegal mining, Galamsey. Are you listening to this? Money issues, Galamsey underpinnings, or transport-related activities in the commercial zone. This could also be drivers or mates. They disagreed. These are the options. Galamsey, money issues, transport business issues. Now, the police statement signed by DSP David Fianco Ochre emphasizes that anyone found culpable will face the full rigors of the law for the use of offensive weapons in public. But the Birim Central Municipal Chief Executive, Solomon Blakk Kusi, has commended the police for their swift intervention and assured residents that security presence has been intensified to prevent reprisal attacks. And of course, the MP has also spoken. This is the MP. He is also commending the police and asking the people in the area to come together and assist the police in investigating this and getting to the bottom of the whole thing. My brother, 3 young men on the street waving cutlasses at each other, sharp cutlasses, ready to kill each other. This is not the first time we are seeing this. We saw this some time ago in the Galamsey area. It's good the police has been able to get into this. Our prayer is that this does not escalate so that we don't lose more young men to open street fights and battles. It's a black pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you. It's been an extended show today, 7 solid stories, and we thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Tesori d'Oriente, turn every single shower into a royal experience. Thanks so much to the almighty Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And thanks also to LEMFI. And when we talk about LEMFI, my brother, my sister, when we talk about LEMFI, we are also talking about something that is very powerful. You don't need to run to a building anymore, queue before you send money. You can send money in the comfort of your home using LEMFI. Very quick. The money gets into your Momo account or your bank account and is fast. In just seconds, you get it. Yes, no transfer fees, and you get the most competitive rates. LEMFI. But remember to use the referral code 1RASTA. Finally, I want to say thank you so much to Herbal Technology. This clinic is 100% herbal. Oh my God. Here at this beautiful clinic, Herbal Technology, we don't just treat you, we heal you. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. You may also tell us stories that you want us to follow up on, and we are happy to do that. Now let's see your comments. And we are done for the day. Ben Azu says it's time. Said Wisaka says greetings from Tokyo. McCarthy Corrick says greetings, the Godfather. More fire. Watching you live from Wale Wale Nova Filling Station. Blakk, more fire. McCarthy Courage says Wale Wale, that is my Godfather. More fire. Love and respect. Okay? We love you. Franklin Safo says, good evening, boss. I think it's time we talk about what is happening in Sudan. I always cry inside when I see videos of how our brothers and sisters are suffering on that blessed land. Bless up. I agree with you. Akana Yozure says, welcome, legendary. Dawuda Issa says, fire. Osai Baby says, come here. The Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukusho. Agbashi Victor says, good evening, Blakk. How are you doing? We appreciate you. More comments coming in via YouTube and also via Facebook. Julius Womeno. Julius Womeno says, good evening, Black Rasta. Kwame Salam says, more fire, Black. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, come here. Conscious Agbemenu also says, good, Black Rasta. You're looking good. Trust me. Keep the fire blazing, my guru. Share. Thank you so much, Conscious Agbemenu also. And then Ufwama Holy Omoto. Good day, Black Rasta. God bless you, bro. More fire. Kamishina Zaid says, Black Rasta, more fire. Okay. More comments coming in. Azongo Ray says, good evening, Blakk. Keep the fire burning. I love this show so much. And we love you. Trust me. Abdul Malik says, more fire. Abdul Ismail says, I'm watching you from Canada. Respect. Conscious Agbemunu also says, since Black Rasta has endorsed Viva Nigo, I am going to get some for my herbal shop at the Abeka Butche La Paz. Amu of fire. Love and respect. Blessed love. We also have Solly Evans. It says Black Pot on fire. Mark Romeo Ofori says the future president Okujeta Blakwa. Abdul Ismail says Black Rasta, you are the best. Solly Evans says the boiling point. Kwame Kwashe says Black Empire Media, the Mecca of the truth. Ghanaian Face It says, keep up the good work, Black Rasta. God loves you. I love Ghana, and we love you. Kwame Kwashe says, Black Rasta, what's the update on Poladum Ochury's case? Which of the cases? And then we have Raymond Unso Agerima AKYEA says, what disgraceful gymnastics by the current Attorney General of Ghana, Dr. Ayine. He made unnecessary public noise about Hanan's case, claiming he had an airtight case. Now, after facing tough legal battles from Hanan's lawyers in court, the Attorney General has suddenly withdrawn the case only to rearrest him without filing new charges. Yet, that's not true. New charges have been filed. Remember the interrogation and all that. So what happened to the airtight case he confidently claimed he had? Well, airtight case can get better. So it's going to be airtighter. Please, Brother Blakk, tell your friend Raymond Archer to stop this wicked political victimization. Now, the harsh bail conditions and alleged political persecution by Iyoko are among the reasons the U.S. government may not allow Xenophobia to return to Ghana. Since when did an accused person become guilty in the eyes of a law enforcement agency before being proven guilty by the competent court of law? How did we get here? Is this democracy? I honestly don't know what you're talking about. Who was called an accused person guilty before the law courts? When? And what are you talking about? Come clearer so we can understand. It is unfair to use harsh bail conditions as a form of punishment against an accused person before a competent court has established guilt. Well, I don't think it's harsh. If a man is accused of stealing 1 million Ghana cedis, you don't give him a bail of 2 pesos. Isaiah who says, speak truth to power. Black Rasta, Pandepa Mark says, Blakk, if this is China, or this was China, this ADU-BOAHENE guy would have been Ogunyemi Princess, Black Rasta, longest time. I miss you and your lectures. Ogunyemi, welcome back. Rastaman will say welcome forward. Okay? We take 2 more slides and we'll be done for the day. From YouTube and also from Facebook. We have Francis Adeginyoke. It says, every to all lovers of Black Empire Media. And Emmanuel Ania says, hey, none of these criminals is behind bars up till now. Emmanuel Ania says, I am not God, but I'll be shocked if most lawyers make it to heaven. Kofi Azuma says, Black Rasta, I am back from sharing this live stream with family and friends. We appreciate you. And he says, everybody here watching the live screen should share and also like the channel. Kofi Azuma says he's calling all his friends and members, family members, to come and watch the show. Michael Nuwatch, he says, Paul has no certificate. And his head is empty also. Sir Mark says, Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree. Dear. No. Okay. All right. This is the last slide. And it says, Emmanuel Ania says, those who still think Paul is intelligent, marvel me. All right. What becomes of your intelligence if you can't use it for the development of the people of the nation? Michael Nuwachi says, so what sensible show does Paul host? I never watched that boy. Emmanuel Tay says, who still takes Paul seriously? Sir Max says, Paul Adumochri, who could not complete law school, is now commenting on issues of law. Said, Wadem says, Paul is becoming so silly and that the NPP has eaten him up. Kofi Azuma says, Black Rasta and Kevin Taylor are real champions and warriors for Ghana and Ghanaians everywhere in the world. We thank you. Seth Wadem says, what is sensible in what he's saying? I'm sure you're talking about Paul, right? And then Kofi Azuma says, let Kevin Taylor tell you about Paul Adam. And Henry Kumasinu says, ha 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 ha, Paul Adam. All right. I want to say thank you. We appreciate you. It's been a long day. We want to say thank you. We appreciate you all in the service of God and country. Do for us, share this program, and at the same time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to talk to us, our numbers are on the screen. We are ready to listen to you. Until then, have a very beautiful day. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!